is Mary.
And Amma.
And we invite you guys to like,
Share.
subscribe,
and comment.
down below because Zen is having a little temper tantrum this morning,
You okay?
biting me.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. She
Okay.
didn't puncture. But yes, we're gonna talk about
Gwen.
And her
Gwen
fiancé.
and her fiance Beatrice.
put a ring on it.
And yeah, they both put a ring on it because they both showed their rings. So that was.
Who put a ring on who?
Well, they both had rings.
I know, but when a
They
man,
both put. It's not. They're both women. So
I know,
they
but I'm
both
just
gave
saying,
each
like in a
other-
typical engagement, like I think the man buys himself a ring.
No, you mean like with man and woman?
Yeah.
The man and a woman.
I
the
mean,
man,
the woman doesn't buy a ring for the man.
No.
So do you think maybe Gwen bought her a ring?
Yeah, because they're both engaged, like because they're both women,
Yeah.
they both bought each other a ring. That's how I'm looking
Interpreting
at it.
it, yeah.
Right? Because both of them are women, and the women get the rings.
They do.
Right?
They
When
sure
you get
do.
engaged, it's the woman who gets the ring. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, they both have rings.
Men
But
don't wear
yeah,
engagement rings?
No,
Why
No.
don't think they wore engagement rings?
I don't. Maybe there's some.
Maybe they wear
Maybe
maybe
that's
it's the wedding ring.
Maybe it's
that's
a
what I'm
new
talking
thing that's going along now that, when the man engages you. I got engaged a very long time ago, decades ago. I don't know what people are doing now. Y'all get in the comments.
For
tell me what
those who
people
are married,
doing.
did your man wear an engagement ring, or did he put his ring on once he was married? For those who are married, I'm sure
Yeah.
Diana will respond.
You know something? Because, no, I don't think they do engagement rings. And if they're doing that now, well, look, hey, you knocked me over with a feather. Because, like, because the man goes on one. We just saw that African guy who
Oh,
went
yeah,
on
yeah,
leave,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And proposed to the girl who was acting the plum.
I mean,
fool.
obviously he doesn't get an engagement ring
He
right
doesn't,
then and
right,
there,
so
but I
they
think
don't
maybe
get
he
an
go and
engagement
buy
ring.
himself one. So
No.
he doesn't. So
I've never seen men
so
going
just
around
the
with
women
engagement
that
ring.
let the world know that they have a fiance, but the men
That
don't.
the guy put a ring on it.
But the guy doesn't have a ring
You
to,
mean-
to signify that he is a fiance to somebody or about to get married.
Oh, I see.
You see what I'm saying?
So you're thinking maybe that should be a trend, even though it's not happening. That should be a new thing now. I don't think so, because the engagement rings are very expensive. And I'll be damned if I go buy some diamonds for some man. No.
Well, I was just thinking, but anyway.
But when you do get married, though, like when they go up there in the church, in the mosque, we do it differently. We may be sitting down somewhere,
Yeah.
and then we exchange the rings.
Yeah.
Or we probably would have already given each other the ring, but
Yeah,
in,
because
the,
I
in the
remember-
church, I've been to a lot of weddings in the church. They go up and then they exchange. Remember the Duggars?
Yeah.
We saw their girls get married.
I know
It
they
was
ran
so
off
cute,
stage to go
right?
kiss
Yeah.
behind. I thought it was so cute.
They were so cute. And they exchange rings then.
And I hope
The wife gave the husband a ring because the reverend said something, may I see the rings? And so the reverend, then they brought the rings, right? I don't know if it's the page boy gives them the rings or the flower girl, and then you exchange girl. I
Anyway,
don't know.
those who are married
But
or engaged,
that's what I
engaged.
saw. Like, yes, but they do. This cat's in her claws.
I have to cut her nails.
They do have rings, wedding rings,
Yeah,
right?
right.
Now, I do know that there are some men, because remember in that show we were watching Love and Huntsville Marriage, Martel does not wear his ring because, I don't know, no, Marcel.
Marcel.
He was at the gym working out and the ring gets in the way or something. That's a guy who tried to cheat, that's what I personally think. But he doesn't want women to know he
I
has
think working
a
out
ring.
is uncomfortable regardless. A little ring on your finger is not going to make the workout any better.
But
as
if
far as
the
I'm
woman is
concerned.
wearing the ring too, then
I
why?
know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anywho.
but let's get into
Let me
Gwen.
tell you about my own thing. Actually, I'm doing a story time today.
Are you
So,
doing it now?
when I do the story time, remind me
Yeah.
to talk about that whole ring situation. But yes, let's go with
Gwen
Gwen.
and
They
Beatrice.
both got their rings, okay?
Yes.
She has a ring. Beatrice has a ring.
They're getting
they
married
met-
in 5 months.
Right, they're gonna get married in July. They met, she said, which I thought was really interesting. They met at a fast food place, right? Gwen was an employee, and she was
Yeah.
like a lead, a leader in the in the group, and then later on became manager. And
Yeah.
Gwen said, they will talk. She'll talk to her sometimes, and
Pretty sure she
she's
had a
the one I
crush on
guess
her.
who made the move and said, "Hey, I like you." And she thought the girl had a crush on her, but that was not the case. Beatrice says,
Well,
let us just talk. Let's just see where it goes. Which I think is wise,
Yeah.
because you don't know her. But anyhow, through the talks and the stargazing, they fell in love.
Yeah, after
And-
1 month they started dating.
Yeah, and it seems as though within a year they were engaged. And Beatrice comes from a small family. It was just interesting to hear, like, how does she think about the huge family, which she's trying to get used to them. But the thing that picked my ear
Yes.
of everything that they said,
So they asked her, what do you think about Cody?
she said he was fun and energetic, which seemed interesting. But then she says, I don't like the way he talks to Gwen at all.
It seemed like he does not have a lot of respect for his family
So-
members in the way that he talks
Yes,
to them.
yes, she said that he doesn't seem as though he's not very respectful when he speaks to other family members or about other family members. And the way she said that, I don't like the way he talks to Gwen at all. At all. There was like an emphasis on that,
Yeah.
which is so sad to me. Because since we've been watching Gwen, as she has been evaluating
Yeah.
the past season and the episodes, she has really strived to be respectful of her dad, to try to be understanding.
Yeah, very understanding.
You know what I'm saying? Like
girls,
really bending over backward to be understanding to this
Really?
fool. Okay, I know it's your father, but to this person, like,
Okay, I know it's fine.
and it breaks my heart
Yeah.
that the way he was with her from when she was young, and Christine said that he couldn't deal with her energy or whatever. Like,
Which
he
her
just-
energy is really similar
it
to
is
his.
who she is, though. But you know what it is? He wants to be the attention, and he doesn't want
Yeah.
anyone else to be like him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And as a parent, he cannot even be parent enough, because when you're a parent and as your children are growing up
Mm-hmm.
and they're coming into their own and they're looking very beautiful, handsome, whatever, right? And maybe you used to be someone who could get in a room and people just like
Flock to you.
flock to you like butterflies or whatever. And now you see your child doing that, right, as they're growing up. Sometimes I see parents, they will try to come and stand in their child's light
Yeah.
because
For
they
sure.
also want attention. And what you need to be able to do as a parent is to step your ass back.
And check yourself at the door.
Like, just check yourself,
Yeah.
because this is their time now to shine. Cody is not he's not a very good parent. And he's certainly not a good parent now. And my
Of course
Kelty
not.
even did say that she's sorry for the younger children, which includes Gwen,
Oh, and truly.
because these are the ones who, are
Suffer,
never going
really.
to see that kind of father that was a decent person, the decent Cody that was a good father, that we saw in the beginning, right?
Or what he tried to put on as a good father.
Well, he was doing it, and then we saw the videotapes, the home movies, whatever.
For me
So,
personally, when she said that, it seemed as
It
if
just really hurt. It
Yeah.
hurt. I was heartbroken for her that this man, all this time, he's still like this with her. Do you know what that does to a child's self-esteem? Like, you don't understand. Why does my parent not even like me? I don't understand. Like, I'm from his loins. Why does he talk to me in this way? Do you know the pain that causes?
the fact that, I think it's very interesting because usually when, your child brings around someone that they are in love with or is who is going to be integrated into the family, you kind of want to put on your best front.
Yes.
The fact that he actually just acts like a complete donkey
Yeah.
just lets me know that he actually just does not care.
No.
Like, at all.
Yeah.
And he does not mind showing his rear end.
Because you're right. When they bring in someone,
Like, if I were to
You
bring
want-
somebody, you
yeah.
would not be here yelling or, like, if we're having an
And
argument, you would not be doing that in front
And then
of
I
him.
certainly will never be talking about anything that is a problem that I find to be a problem.
Yeah.
Not that I find anything to be a problem.
Yeah,
with you,
yeah.
But that's not the time
Yeah.
that I'll be like, talking to you in a bad way. Because you know why? When you do that as a parent, you're teaching that partner how to disrespect your child. That's exactly what you're doing.
That's part.
So even when something happens between you and her, she can get up one day and just say, oh, please, even your father sees this about you. That's why he talked to you like that. Because you're such and such.
Not saying that Beatrice is going to do that, but it also just you give them a glimpse into your family dynamics. It's kind of like with Darcy and Stacey, where even the daughters are now kind of clowning their mother and being disrespectful
because the father clowns her. The father is very disrespectful to her.
Yeah,
he curses at her. The sister puts her down, and that's what they do. And so now her daughters are doing it to her, which is disgusting.
What I thought was very interesting, because it seemed like, I could be wrong, but from what I saw, one of our, I don't know if they were a subscriber or not, said that, the reason why Darcy's dad talks to her like this because she's basically raising her kids, and then Darcy puts her kids on the back burner and all this stuff. I just feel like there's really no excuse for a parent to talk down to their child and make them feel bad. I mean, even if he is, quote-unquote, raising the daughters, which I actually doubt. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's still no reason to put her down and cuss her out and have this favoritism with Stacey and then Darcy. Because I think that you set up a bad dynamic.
Yeah, we've seen for a long time. And when she even started to introduce her children when we go all the way back to from the very beginning, like Jessie, wasn't she in 90 Days Fiancé? That's how we got to even know Darcy.
Yeah.
So even then, like those children were like she had like visitation with them. They weren't being raised by the dad then. They were with their father. So I don't know how long the father was raising them. What, for the 2 years that they are already teenagers? Like, just miss me with that. That is no reason whatsoever to be disrespectful to your daughter. Like, if you're going to treat me like trash, then please don't help me with my kids.
I know. Like I mean, really.
That's ridiculous.
It's actually ridiculous.
Like, that's not permission for you to mistreat me.
And then also, I think they said that, she's attention seeking. Stacey is just as attention seeking. And also, I feel like Darcy is someone who can actually check herself. Stacey has like this superiority about her. Yeah, well, that's because she has been enabled by the father for so long. That's and the mother doesn't do anything. Which I thought was sad. Lot of low self-esteem. Yeah. And what I thought was sad, because Darcy said, whenever Stacey would be teased or they will be teased, she will always try to stick up for her and be there for her and stuff and like that. She said she feels like Stacey just doesn't do the same thing for her now. Exactly. So that is sad. Yeah, it's very sad. But it's just no excuse for a parent to be coming at their child like that in any way. And it's so disgusting that Cody is doing that. That he hasn't changed. Yeah. And unfortunately for Gwen, Christine is not there to check him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? She's not there. So now, even as an adult, Gwen has to go through this BS. And now her fiance is seeing that. And she still tries. Like, Gwen is there, still trying to talk to Mary, still trying to talk to her father. I mean, she really cannot stand Robin, but she's the one who has to reach out to Cody, probably go and see him, because he's not going to come down and see her. Yeah. Even though when he comes down to see Janelle, he can always go and see Gwen. Yeah. But she's the one who has to reach out. She said so before. That she has to be the one to go see him or reach out to him. Yeah, and even now it seems as if Gwen is trying to say that she understands Robin, or that she's not that bad. So now it seems like she's trying to assimilate to Robin in some way. Because you know why? Probably the father, really told her off. Because remember when she said that Robin was worst in person? That was she said like the first episode. Remember? I'm sure, I'm sure Cody watches what all his kids say, so he can use it as ammunition. He does. And be like, this is why I'm not talking to you, and this is why I don't want to see you, and this is why I'm not coming to see you. That could be why Mike Kelty is on her P's and Q's. Yeah, because she seems like she's really defending him a lot. And going out of her way to defend him. I have to get on her Patreon, because I don't know if she's posted anything recently. Yeah. But, I just feel as though it was just disgusting when he said that. Yeah. And then for an outsider to come in and say he's also very disrespectful
of his other family members.
It's
like
a bit
Cody,
embarrassing, honestly.
And you
No
know, I can
shame.
see
No shame.
none. He doesn't even care who's there.
Yeah.
Because he's in this space where I am going to literally just talk bad about everybody. It's all their fault. They are horrible people. This is why I'm by myself with Robin now, and I am stuck here with the 5 kids because all the wives were awful and all of their children are awful.
No one believes that but you and your ramen noodle hair.
Yeah.
You're the one who believes that.
Nobody really believes any of that. I can't wait for the next season to start.
I know, and I'm so
I
excited
really
that
hope
Christine is recording with her
that
new
they
boo.
show all of this stuff. But when you will get to a space, I feel so bad that you have to go through this.
I mean, this is the first part of healing. I think it's acknowledgement.
Yes, and having someone else, because sometimes you can stay in this abusive situation
Yeah,
between parent and child. Honestly, you can,
absolutely.
until it takes an outsider to tell you, you know something.
That's not right, darling.
That's not the way a parent should treat a child.
Yeah,
That is not okay.
yeah.
You know, because Gwen has been dealing with this since she was a young girl.
It's
a
kind of
child.
normal for her.
It's normal for her father to be impatient with her, to, you know, be rude to her. Look at the way he acted when she had her own thought process about, who was it?
That guy who did the whole killing of the Native Americans, I believe.
Yeah.
Tears of something. Trail of Tears. Yeah.
Yes. And because
About
she
how
had her own opinion about that, he literally cursed her out and left.
I think Cody is a conservative, but like you said,
Yeah.
Cody is like a conservative, but he
I'm
wants you to
sure.
think that he's a liberal.
Yeah, that's what I think. And I don't think anybody's buying any of that.
No.
And none of that even matters. Like, just say who you are. Like, but he always...
He cares what people think about him.
He really cares what people think about him.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
To his own detriment.
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
But also, I feel like on another note, he's kind of like in this space where he's just like, I don't give a F.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be with Robin
So there's a
regardless.
duality
I'm just
there,
going
yeah.
to blame everyone.
Yeah.
But the reason why I feel like it comes into play with him caring about what other people think is when it comes to these lies that he's telling. He
Yes.
doesn't want people to think bad
Yes.
of him. So he
Yes.
goes and he tries to basically
Rewrite
just sit
history.
to rewrite history and all this bota bata.
Yeah.
But really, if he was someone who just did not give a damn, he would just be like, I want to be with Robin. I don't want to be in this thing anymore. I'm leaving my wives. It is what it is. Which, me personally, I feel like he would have gained more respect had you just been truthful. But it's like
she's the one I
when,
love. I was not expecting that I'll fall in love with her.
yeah,
And this and that.
I feel like people would have been able to understand and been.
You know why he
they
can't
probably
say
would have
that?
thought bad of you still,
Yeah.
but they probably would have been like, okay, he's not this, that, and the third. At least he is honest. He wants to be with Robin. We can all see it. Thank God he has said it, and he
Yeah.
has let these women go so they can find their peace. But it's like when you lie and then you drag people along, like dragging Mary along, still making her have hope.
I know.
And then remember when, cause I totally forgot that he really was making her think that they were going to be back together. Because
Yeah.
when he
She
brought
said
her
so.
to the mountains or whatever,
Yeah.
and he brought her there first, she's
The
like, "Oh, are
cotton
you
wood.
happy to come here with me?"
Yes.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
As he walks
He hasn't-
further
he hasn't-
away from
Look,
her.
he hasn't seen this land. No, actually, he had held her around her shoulders.
That
as
was
if
like a
cotton
2.3
wood.
seconds,
I know,
as
yeah.
if she had leprosy.
Well, that's all she required.
She
Like,
held onto
she
that
held
crumb,
onto that, yeah.
and she held onto it for
And she-
the next
and she
4
mixed
years
it more
than what it
than
actually
what
is.
it really was. Talk about taking something and multiplying it. Taking this crumb and damn, I'm gonna make a bread and I'm gonna make some cake too and some buns. You want some buns? I got some buns with this crumb.
Hot mess, quite honestly.
I just thought that was sad, but you will get to a space, Gwen.
Where you just like, forget him. And
Yeah.
I'm just going to go about my life.
Yeah, you will try to, be trying to please him and all of that, because you don't deserve that.
I think it's going to take a few years of healing for sure.
You don't deserve that.
Hopefully Beatrice will be a good partner to her while she's going through this whole healing process. Because she's just watching it. It gets worse during the reunion.
Yeah.
Especially with Robin. They handed him to me. I cannot wait to see what Gwen has to say about it. But I heard that she only uploads like maybe 20 or 15 minutes of like the full review onto YouTube, and she puts the full one on Patreon. And I'm like, damn, I have to subscribe or something.
Yes.
I really was not trying to waste that. Well, anyway.
Yes, we
it would
have
help.
to. We have to support her.
Yes.
So we can get the info and the tea.
So we can bring it back to you guys. But yeah, so I just thought that whole entire thing was quite interesting.
Yeah.
But I wish them well.
Mm.
It's Mary.
And Amma.
You guys a like,
Share,
subscribe,
and comment
down below.